Now, this is a look I used to do when I didn't know much about brows. I didn't really see any importance in doing them, and I would just go out like this, and it didn't mean anything. Like, I wasn't bothered by it. But now I do make an effort to do my brows before I go out, because you can already see they kind of look grayish, and obviously when I'm out and where people can see me, and you know, for special occasions, I want my brows to frame my face in a way that they look noticeable and not drowsy. See, when they're grey, they make me look a little bit more tired, and obviously I don't want to look tired. So we're going to talk specifically, as it says in the title, about using a brow pomade. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about brows, but specifically I want to let you know how you can create brow pomade brows, because this is actually not one of my comfort type of tutorials. It's not something that I do regularly, so it's good for me to get out of my comfort zone, think out of the box, and share with you how this can benefit you. So you may have seen that there are small pots like this. I've actually got a brand new packet right here. I'm going to be using this today. The brand I'm using is Ox, and it is what they call like a drugstore brand here in Australia. So you can get it at Kmart, you can get it possibly in Woolworths or Coles, but anyway, I got this one in Kmart. Ox Cosmetics is the name of the brand, and it's the dip brow pot. So the whole idea of using a brow pomade is that it's going to stay on a lot longer than, say, a powder eyebrow or eyebrows that you've used powder for, and it's a cream product. So again, it could be that you have, you know, skin that doesn't quite work with powder. It could be what they call mature skin, and that's fine. You know, everybody's skin is different, so whenever I do this on my channel, I don't like to specify what product is good for. Like, some people don't work well with gels, some creams, some people don't work well with powders. I do like powder products for my brows, but I do want to chat to you guys about using this brow pomade, because cream can be really helpful, as I said, for long lasting, for the type of skin type that you have. And I also think that cream is a little bit thicker as well. So anyway, we're going to open this up now. So what I have here is the brush that comes in the packet. Basically it has a spoolie, and the idea of a spoolie is it's like a tiny eyebrow brush, which will help brush the hairs in a direction that you are brushing it. And then you have your angle brush, and I've said in my previous videos that angle brushes are super helpful. Ones that are thin like this, where you can hardly even see, it's like a line rather than a thick fluffy brush, because you want your brows to be precise and you want them to shape your face. So basically the brow pomade comes in a pot like this in the shade medium, because that is the color that I think matches my skin. They didn't have a dark, but I've used brown shadows for my brows, like powder brown, and that's been fine. So anyway, this is what it looks like in the pot, brand new. And then I basically, after brushing my brows with my spoolie, so you can see here, it does make a difference when you use your spoolie to brush up your brows. Don't brush down and don't brush sideways, just brush upwards in a diagonal direction, and then you sort of tap into your brow pomade with your angled brush you tap into your brow pomade with your angle brush, and there's a little bit of product on it, and then you start. I'm going to use, make sure I'm starting from the bottom of my brow. See that? There's a little bit of product there, and then I'm lifting it upwards because the brow hairs generally need to be lifted up. You can try across and see how it looks, but from experience I have found brushing it upwards and across as I go really helps the shape. And with a cream it really brings down your eyebrow hairs so they're not fluffy anymore. A really good tip that someone mentioned to me a while back was when you're finished with your brow pomade, before you use it again, tip it upside down, because it's not going to dry out. Unless, like if it's facing upwards, it will dry out, but if you turn it upside down, it won't. Okay, so I have to actually draw my own tip because I don't have a tail for my brow. That's just the type of brows I have. Everyone's different. You'll have a look at yours. You might already have a tip, so it's easier for you to not have to fill it in, but I do have to fill mine in. See the difference with the brow pomade and without it? It does make it look a lot neater. Now it's clearly up to you whether you want to use concealer and fix it up a little bit more. I tend not to. If I've already done my eye look, it just seems a little bit messy to go back in with concealer. So if I need to fix up my brows, I will start with the concealer on my eyelid and then clear up any stray hairs first, and then I will just use the brow product. It's sort of like an umbrella over your eye. You don't want your eye to get wet. So you just draw that arch. My eyebrows, as you can probably tell, are not the same. So we all have this theory that your eyebrows are sisters. They're not the same. But what you really want to do is follow each one's individual shape rather than making them look symmetrical. I've seen some people conceal above their brows. I've tried doing that, but I make them, like my brows, look a lot thinner than they are. And to be honest, that's not what I want. I prefer thicker brows as to thin brows. I think they have more character, just like someone who has a big nose opposed to a smaller nose. There's a theory that they have a really good character with a big nose. And then of course by doing this, you have space from between your eyebrow and your eyeshadow where you can add in a brow bone highlight. And people like to do that so that they can also put definition on their eyebrows. And with the word brow bone highlight, you can imagine that the shade you would put in your brow bone area is going to be lighter than your brows and your eyeshadow, like a shimmer highlight, or even just a white matte highlight. I've seen people do that, a white matte highlight powder. I don't know what I want to do today, but because of the fact that I'm using a lot of mattes on my face, I probably will do like a shimmer just to balance it out a little bit. Please excuse the fact that we're at a hotel and I didn't bring a hairbrush, so I'm having to use my hands to brush my hair. Otherwise I can be like the Little Mermaid and use a fork and brush through my hair, but I don't think that's the healthiest thing to do. My fingers will be fine. So, brow bone highlight. I'm thinking something from this Back Talk palette. So you might have seen it. It's by Urban Decay. No, it's not. It's by Naked. No, it's Urban Decay. I was right. Urban Decay, and it's got a couple of highlight shades up here. I've already used this one on my cheeks, so I'm probably going to use the same one for my brow bone highlight, and it's called Party Full. For a brow bone highlight, I will just use a fluffy angled brush like this one. This one is by Beauty Creations. They have a lot of really great brushes, and I just tap it in between my brow and my eyeshadow. And it's not really that bold, but it's noticeable, and that's all I need. So it creates that dimension between the two. I am sure there are some of you out there, and I've done this as well, where you've brought your eyeshadow way too far up near your brows and they get lost in your brows. So with practice, you'll be able to find the right brushes that make sure you're not blending your eyebrows and, not blending your eyeshadow and eyebrows together. You do want to keep them separate. You don't have to add this brow bone highlight. It's not necessary, but I have found that a lot of makeup artists do that just to emphasize the eye look. But you do want to make sure that your brows and your eyeshadow aren't blended together, because it just looks like a really big mess.
I'll send her my heart covered as a gift, and hope that you'll take.
I'm feeling a little bit frisky, so I think I'm going to add an inner corner highlight as well. So you can use the same brush. Voila, this is Brow Pomade Eyebrows. Let me know in the comments below if you picked up on any benefits in this video that will help you with your brows, and if this is different from the powder brow tutorial I did for you last time. I did want to show a difference because one seems to stay on a lot longer than the other. Questions, feel free to ask. Look, I'm learning just like you guys, but I'm also aware that I've had people say to me that they know what I'm doing is really helpful and really good, and that means a lot to me. So if I can teach you something, even one thing, it makes me feel really good, because I know that I'm onto something, you know. I want to be able to inspire you guys. This is by no means to intimidate your makeup skills or make you feel nervous. I'm here to just help, and I love to encourage those who are learning just like me, because if you are out there, you know, doing your makeup and intimidating other people, people won't want to watch you. I feel that people watch me because of who I am and the fact that I'm very supportive, very empowering, and I focus on the positive things that the people are doing about their makeup, not what they feel are failures or mistakes. Of course we make mistakes all the time. I make heaps and heaps of them, but does that stop me from what I'm doing? Never. It never stops me. It just encourages me to try better next time and to be who I am. Thanks again, you guys, for watching. It's been so wonderful sharing all this with you. As you can see, we are at a hotel, and it's really great for me to be filming this in a different environment and you know, showing you from something that I also find very new for me to share with you. I don't do brow pomade looks very often. In fact, maybe I'll start doing this a bit more because I like the product that I'm wearing on my skin today. It doesn't feel heavy, and I think I could do better next time, and I want to do better. So that's why it's really helped me to do this video, because it's out of my comfort zone, both doing this tutorial and in a different environment, and I'm just so thankful for all of you being here. Remember to subscribe, like this video, press that notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos in the future. I love to help you guys as much as I can, and I know that you are doing the same for me.